All right. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into another stream. Got Mr. Hayes in the house.
Yo.
If you guys are new here, every Sunday we come in, we take a look at the price action that we had throughout this past week, look at the trades that we've taken, and then we take a look at what levels we're watching going into this week. We also take a look at some crypto, take a look at some stonks that we got going into this month. And I mean, maybe I don't even know if we'll look at stocks today. It's fucking monthly end, so probably gonna keep a little cautious here with it, and we'll check out what's going on. Other than that, let's dive into it. Every morning we come in here, we take a look at NQ price action, see what's going on, see what price wants to do going into that New York session, depending on how between the interaction that we had between the Asia session and the London session, and then we go from there. So let's get into it. Let's see what Monday brought us this past week. So Monday, you can see we had this Asia session consolidation, London manipulation to the upside, but here we also swept that previous daily low. So we saw a nice little bounce right out of that previous daily low sweep, possibly targeting that previous daily high that we did get at the end of that session. Initially here on the 5-minute, we had price retrace down and sweep this London session blunt candle. We got a nice run to the upside from it. We also had that what is that? Rising VIX fix, and that gave us a nice continuation to the upside. From there, we were also monitoring this inverse fair value gap as well as this fair value gap that we had on the 5-minute. You can see how price came into it. Those two bodies remained within the range of that previous 5-minute candle, which was giving us a potential rising 3 to the upside. Given the price was already above that 50% of that previous daily range, and I believe it was around that price point where it's retesting right there. Let's throw a 50% range on it. Yeah, right above it. So as soon as price came up above it, we got that nice continuation to the upside, tapping into that 12-hour level over here at 24,745.75. As price reaches into here, we see a rejection as bodies are not able to close above it. So from here, we take some shorts into the bottom of this session, and we see consolidation at 24,632.75 and the continuation back to that previous daily high. So that was our Monday journal, our Monday trades. Going into Tuesday, that was when contracts rolled, so a little bit of a saw an initial gap up, but if we were looking on the actual chart, we actually swept this session low right there and began that run to the upside. So here on the Asia session side, we saw that consolidation, London session sweeping both sides. So, oh my god, I hate those like
half hiccup.
Huh?
Half hiccup.
Yeah, and you're just like, fuck, dude, I'd kill myself. Jokes. All right. But here we saw price displace above that London session, right? And that formative fair value gap on the 15-minute price came down, tapped into that 15-minute fair value gap, which is typically what we look for here on our setups, is that initial tap, because the 9:30 open usually gives us a setup either an open low high close or open high low close 15-minute candle. So this candle manipulates to the downside initially, tapping into that 15-minute fair value gap. We get a nice rising VIX fix from there. We get that continuation to the upside right into that 25.098 level. As price hits that 25.098, that's our 12-hour level where we typically would see rejections. So we take some shorts off of that, given that the previous 15-minute has swept the previous 15-minute high there. We get a nice run to the downside. We displace this fair value gap. Price taps back into it, giving us some more confidence for shorts. And this price retraces right into 786 of this range to the upside that it formed. See a little bounce, retest of that fair value gap, and continuation to the downside. That is our Tuesday. Now going into Wednesday, similar setup here. We're looking at Asia session, expansion, London session, sweeping both sides here. On the 15-minute, you can see that we are retracing some of these levels at 25.093, displacing those 12-hour levels and seeing that rejection during the London session at 25.194.25. That also comes with a previous daily high sweep. So as we swept that previous daily high and then price displaced back below that, we were now looking for a potential of an outside day. Over here somewhere, there's that 50% of that previous daily range. Price displaced it and then rejected it and continued straight to the downside. During that initial opening, price also sweeps the 12-hour liquidity, and we tap back into a fair value gap here. With no luck or no displacement, we get the continuation to the downside here, which is the play that we played. And this is the outline that we posted inside our Discord here. So if you're not inside the Discord, come check us out, www.papertours.io. And I believe we ended up getting an outside day towards the, we did get an outside day towards the end of the day. Thursday, Asia session consolidation, lens session manipulating to the downside, giving us a potential for an Asian session high sweep, lens session high sweep, going into that New York session for a reversal. Right at 9:30, price opens up. We sweep that previous day low, sweep another liquidity here as well. So as we sweep that, we get a rising VIX fix going into here at 9:35. Another candle opens up. We sweep the previous 5-minute low, and then the candle actually closes within the body and above the closing price of that previous 5-minute candle at 9:20 or 9:30. So that gives us a nice basis for a reversal. We have a 1-minute fair value gap that price comes into, displaces, retaps it, and then gives us that continuation into this range right there. You can see how we reached that lens session low towards the end of the session. On the 1 minute here as well, at the end of the session at around, 11, we have a potential for a nice short as price reaches above the previous hourly high. Thank you. As price reaches above that previous hourly high, we get the potential for reversal in outside hour, which we do end up getting. On the 1 minute, there's an inverse fair value gap that price taps into, retest, no body close above it, and reversal back to the downside. And going into Friday, here we got lens session or Asia session consolidation, lens session manipulation to the downside, more of an expansion. So going into New York, we are looking at potential continuation as we are breaking those 12-hour levels. 24,495.25 is that level that we come back and retest right before the opening of the New York session at 9:25. We get that SFP formed. At 9:30, we get a huge displacement candle that gives us a nice fair value gap as the next candle also closes to the downside. At 9:40, we come back, retest that range here, retest the FVG or fair value gap. Right on the 1 minute, there's multiple fair value gaps that we do retest. As you can see here, we come back, retest this 1 minute fair value gap, get a displacement from it, another second fair value gap that gives us another second entry here, and we get that continuation to the downside, at least to that London session low. And then from there, we do have some more targets on the downside that we end up reaching. So that was a pretty decent day for some shorts. And towards the end of the session, we did get a nice reversal actually here. I was looking at it. Nice VIX fix as we are coming into the end of this session, sweeping that previous 30-minute low. And we have an order block formed on the 5-minute. So we get that nice retest and reversal continuation to the upside to some of those liquidities. That's our Friday. And that is what we have on NQ today. Right now, we are watching as price did open up below the previous weekly low, swept it. So we are now rejecting that 24.06850 12-hour level. And if we continue rejecting that one, we have potential for some nice downside here. We do have some more liquidity on the left here. This is a non-continuous chart, so that is why we are looking within here, seeing where price wants to go, seeing what it wants to reach here. It is pretty much the last week before the monthly close here. So I would just be watching these 12-hour levels. You can see there's that 24.06850, how we tapped into it, and now looking for potential reversal. We swept that 23.90450 liquidity. Below we have that 23.78375 level on the 12-hour and 23.520. So I'd be watching those with a close eye. There's 23.738. Yep, 50. Yeah, those are nice 12-hour levels that we should be watching, seeing whether or not price wants to displace those to continue to the downside, or whether we're going to see a bounce here towards the end of this month. But US 100 looks pretty strong for a nice sell, honestly, towards the end of this. I believe we swept the previous quarterly low. US 100. Monthly, yeah, this monthly looks fucking atrocious. Previous quarterly low swept, and we are tapping into this fair value gap, which does give us a potential for a reversal. However, we might wait for the next quarter for it to truly play out and see what price actually wants to do here. So I would just focus on that NQ, just 12-hour chart, and see what levels we're respecting. That is all I have on NQ for the night.
Yeah, monthly looks atrocious.
Yeah, looks delicious, but atrocious at the same time. Bitcoin too, just absolutely fucking disgusting on this weekly. This weekly is about to close nasty to the downside, and we got that monthly manipulation to the top side, retesting this fair value gap that we had as well on the weekly. So let's see if we get that continuation down on it. I'll be curious. Sound deafen. Let's see, why is Spotify playback pause while transmitting audio voice settings? What the fuck? Let's see. Yeah, crypto. I got nothing. I'm waiting for the next quarter, for this shit to really gauge what direction this shit wants to go. Oh shit. Wow. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Like what?
Gun. I forgot I had longs on it. Now it's at 1,000%.
I like hyper, but yeah, the rest of it can go to hell.
Gun, jeepers, fucking creepers.
Hype, not hyper. Whoa.
Hyper.
No, not hyper. Hype.
Hype. Okay.
Not to be confused.
Not to be confused with hyper. Hype. Let's see. Hype. What does this look like? Yeah, I like this retest of the breakout for potential continuation. But this weekly is about to open up here in the next 10 minutes. So truly want to see how they manipulate it to the downside, upside. God damn. Yeah, there's definitely some rippers, just fucking absolutely random ass, like bananas 31, like fucking Lin, whatever. Some of them seeing a nice run to the upside, but there's really no rhyme or reason necessarily to some of these. It's like Mr. Hayes has said before, it's some of these are just having those hated rallies to the upside for fucking funsies. Okay. Let's see what we have on these weeklies for stonks. Honestly, I would be looking for probably more into the opening of the week to see what Bryce wants to do. As feel like majority of these stocks close to the downside. I would like to see sweep of those previous weekly lows before anything before anything else, before we get some sort of reversals here. But even then, that would mean we do post a monthly low here, and going into next month, considering that half of these monthly candles are closing up red, we would need to see either a solid bounce to the upside on majority of these if we're looking for reversals going into next month, or we're going to have to wait for that next month to really open up and sweep those previous monthly lows and continue to the and reverse to the upside, not continue. Autodesk weekly, tap of the fair value gap, and both candles bodies closing within the March 2nd weekly candle, which does give us a potential for a rising 3 on this one. We're going to post it inside or stock trading. You just get for you to see. Likely potential for rising 3 here on the. Bless you. And it tapped the daily CISD. So yeah, this one doesn't look.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
I think this monthly is strong. Oh, we saw previous monthly high, previous monthly here. If it closed back above, what is this? If this monthly candle closes back above 260s, this could be pretty solid. For M, still looking like shit. AMT, just Gusher, BA, retesting the 786, Selch. DDOG still waiting for a potential tap back into these 119s, 120s for some longs. ENPH this weekly did sweep previous weekly high, retested the daily fair value gap, but monthly we would need to see a solid weekly close on this one for this monthly to really go to the upside. But everything else weekly wise looks fucking trashy.
It does. It really does.
So realistically, I would probably, for myself, I would be waiting for that next quarter to open up. Sweep of those previous quarterly lows and then seeking for reversals and whatnot and looking what price actually wants to do from here on out. Yeah, PA, PAC, everything, all of those previous weekly candles have closed pretty fucking red to the downside. COP still doing great from our outline, but that's long gone. I'm not trading tops here. Cisco, Carvana, keep on CVX. I mean, the only things realistically that are doing good is fucking oil and our energy sectors here. So money's flowing to those.
Yeah, it's too late to get in those.
Yeah. Gold gushing. God, HD got destroyed. Ho Depot. Let's see. Holy fucking lows too. God. Those lows in fucking Home Depot just swing so hard.
They do. They're hard to trade.
Yeah. Buy some
Very hard.
lumber. NET net potential shorts here. Maybe tapping the OTE of that leg down, the bearish OTE here. Monthly still looks strong, but on the weekly we could get a potential retrace down into those 195s, 203 area for potential retest of CISD and the retest of those fair value gaps. I mean, that's all I got. I mean, I'm looking at these and they all look pretty much the same. Like I said, you're going to be better off waiting for those quarterlies to open up next week and show what it wants to do going into those next months. Spine QQQ look fucking gross.
They do.
Like we have so much LR into at least 613s on SPY. Fuck. Oh, God damn. Do you have anything, Mr. Chen?
No, not really. Haven't even traded in weeks. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Nothing for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, then that will do it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. We love you. We appreciate you. If you enjoyed these, make sure you give it a like, give it a share, tell your mom about us, tell your dad about us, Tell your dog about us. Get some peeps in here. Like I said, we want to see 250 peeps in here by April 1st, which, I mean, we got about a week left, so it's doable, certainly, if everybody does their due diligence shares. Keep tuning into those morning streams. See what we are talking about on Q and see how the price interaction that we're looking at and our daily plan outlines. Tune into those nightly streams as well to review the price action with us, and we might drop a little bit of knowledge as well. On that, make sure you give Mr. Hayes a follow at Hayes Beats on Twitter. 3,000 followers. We're going to do a lifetime membership giveaway for the paper traders. Check us out, www.papertraders.io. See what we're all about. See what we offer. See what we got. God, these menthol zins are fucking up my throat. God, coffee doesn't help either.
Just nothing.
Those espresso nights when my throat would just fucking dry out. And 2,000 followers for me. We're gonna do a tracksuit reveal. So come hang out, see what we're all about, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
Peace.